Prestige Pawnbrokers
Oh, wow, that is amazing.
serves Britain's elite.
They're Chanel bags, goodness sake.
Here, gentry and jet-setters
Lisa, my darling.
exchange their luxuries
We're looking for around €1 million for the whole collection.
for eye-watering amounts.
It could be as much as £500,000.
My God.
The man behind it all
I didn't get this much attention in my Ferrari.
is entrepreneur James Constantino.
We deal in almost anything of value, but what I love the most is the ones that make me the most profit.
This time, a big boat
I'm a bit of a natural, really, you know.
You are?
He says it could be worth anything from £200,000 to £2 million.
arresting artwork,
We can't do the 30,000.
Oh.
and boss James opens a brand new store in the north.
Do you know the way to your shop?
It is in Manchester, isn't it?
Let's rock it.
Welcome to the world
Another happy customer.
of Posh Pawn.
There's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
James runs 3 high-end pawnbrokers all based in the south.
$4.5 grand deal, yeah?
But he's got his sights set on expanding his pawnbroking empire.
Right, we're open for business. Let's rock it.
Manchester has a brand new pawnbrokers.
He just wants to always be able to be doing something different and the next step and the next level.
There's a lot of money up there. We're not capturing that audience in the way we should be. Really, we need a physical presence.
You remember when I opened it?
We've got a few new faces. We've got Catherine Howard and Ben on board.
Do I think James is driven by money? Yes, of course he is. Who isn't?
Doesn't cost money to smile, you know that.
I smile more when you make more money. I wouldn't go left.
Go down there,
Can you turn around it?
Yeah, it's like a big roundabout thing. Do you know the way to your shop?
It is in Manchester, isn't it?
James and fiancée, designer handbag expert Claudia, are on their way to see the new branch in Manchester, fully operational for the first time.
I just want a nice, peaceful, calm, cool and collected team of pawnbrokers
Nothing's coming up.
ready to transact.
Brand new scales that I probably don't know how to work.
Are you all right with that, Howard?
Fine, yeah, just doing my research.
Oh, look at this. Lovely. Hi. How you doing? And you all right? Hi, Howard. You all right, mate? Well, I really like the setup. Yeah, it's nice. It's all fresh. It's new. Yeah, I like it. Right, you got that? Yeah, leave it anywhere you like. Can't have everything.
Now the store is up and running, the staff are responsible for evaluating a variety of high-end assets.
Just want to get rid of these, please, myself.
Right, no problem.
Today, trainee assistant manager Ben is getting to grips with a selection of autographs.
Wow. I've received an email from a guy called Johnny. He seems to have a good collection of memorabilia here. I have no idea what the significance is of Wembley 66. Howard, do you know what's so important about Wembley 66?
England won the World Cup.
There's got to be a Buddha in every room in the house. I don't know why. I don't think I'm very religious. Just a Buddha feels like a good karma.
Music buff Johnny lives in Morecambe and is something of a collector.
I've got a candle fetish. Obsessed with candles. If this house ever caught fire, it'd be the best smelling fire in the United Kingdom. And it'd last for weeks. Merlin, dinner time. This is Merlin the cat. 8 years ago, I walked into a cat sanctuary, and as I closed the door, Merlin the cat meowed at me. And I thought, wow, the cat is talking to me. Little did I know that I jammed his tail in the door. All the ladies love Merlin. A babe magnet, eating machine, but not a loving machine because he got doctored.
For the past 20 years, Johnny has been working as a DJ.
My DJ stage name is DJ Pep, and Pep stands for Positive Energy Person. The energy I portray in the DJ box possibly funnels out into the audience.
Everybody put your hands in the air for champagne!
The DJ Pep glass is always half full. Sunshine disposition, I recommend it. Taxi for Morecambe!
The fascination with the fast life and stardom doesn't end when the music stops.
I think when you watch people on television and you sort of like grow up, you feel like you know them, the next stage is to actually probably stalk them or get their autograph and put them on the wall. This is the Bible of how much each of these autographs cost me. The value of this office would be about possibly £12,000 to £14,000. A lady once said to me, it's either her or the autographs. So, hello, the autographs are still here. As you can see, there's not much space now for anyone else.
Johnny's hoping to sell 5 to make room for new ones.
Steve McQueen autograph going. It's a signed contract from 1971. He signed it 3 times. To get a Steve McQueen autograph once is good, but 3 times, awesome. Elvis Presley signed menu. Muhammad Ali. He is the greatest, and it's signed in the middle. Knockout. Then we have 2 ties, once owned and worn by Morecambe and Wise. And finally, the last one, a sign-framed 1966 Wembley back seat with a signed picture of Jeff Hurst. Classic British sporting history. I do love my autographs, but it's time to move a selection of them on. If I was to get between £3,000 and £5,000 cash for the autographs, that would bring me sunshine.
After 7 years in the pawnbroking business, James now boasts a loyal customer base.
I've got some items here that I'd like to pawn.
Today, he's received a call from a returning client.
Cheers, Millie. Thank you. Bye. Lawrence?
Yes, James? Do you want me?
No, but come in anyway. Do you remember Millie, a client of ours?
You can't forget Millie, she's a character.
She basically wants to sell this piece of art. So if we can organise the transport over to Weybridge, and then if you want to get over there and have a good look at it and go to work on it.
Definitely. OK, I'll get it all organised.
Cheers.
Hi, BC. This is the man in my life right now.
The painting belongs to 45-year-old artist Millie.
You're a model horse, aren't you? Good boy. Does my hand taste nice? Good boy. Here we go. This is where my money goes. Maybe the odd glass of champagne every now and again. Come on then, you two.
Horses are not the only passion in Millie's life.
One for you. One for you. I'm a complete cat lover, and I ended up with these two. Oh! There you go. Got my tools of the trade.
Millie is a photographer, but recently changed artistic direction.
Always a bit of glitter. That's what I love. Well, I've been painting since I was at school. I used to do a lot of portraits when I was younger, but now I've just got into sort of more inspiration from fashion, from nature. It's just going to be my spring, summer painting. When I was painting, I spilled some glitter on the floor, and one of my puppies was licking it up. And honestly, the next day, her poo had glitter in it. Oh my God. See, the puppies always get in the way. I've sold quite a few pieces in LA, and one piece I sold last year to Mel Gibson, which is really amazing. Me and Mel bought me a can of Coke. Don't know why. I don't want to paint in my home anymore. I want to have a studio so that, you know, I've got a bigger space to just go and create bigger pieces of art. I'm just doing this in my lounge at the moment, which is just not good for me and not good for my concentration.
So Millie's decided to sell a beloved piece of artwork.
This is the painting that I'm selling. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. Kerry Darlington piece, very big, too big for my apartment, unfortunately. It's so beautiful. I love it. I don't really want to sell it, but I need to get on with my passion, with my art, and just this is the only thing that I've really got that's worth a lot of money. It was £30,000, I think, when we bought it, but I wouldn't go any lower than that, otherwise I'd just keep it, so there's no point, really.
But will Lawrence be able to find a buyer willing to pay the amount that Millie wants?
£30,000 is my minimum.
High-end pawnbroker James is now at the helm of 4 branches across the country.
Wow, that is absolutely stunning, isn't it?
I mean, the company has moved forward in leaps and bounds. It's evolving. James has got to move away and leave it down to us.
Although James still likes to be very hands-on with his staff.
Lawrence.
Yes, James.
Hi, mate. Come in a sec. Do you still remember the Simon Cowell fan club?
What? What's the matter?
Well,
this is the Italian collection.
You put them on a hot wash or something?
Well, I think I did, actually.
They look like I've had a row with you.
I was actually coming to work today thinking, do you know, I look a bit on the old trendy side.
Your trousers have had a row with your shoes, mate.
I was thinking the dapper English gentleman was the look I was going for. I came in feeling quite good, actually. Now I'm totally demoralised.
All right, mate.
3, 4, 5...
As long as there is a potential for profit, James is interested. Today, he's been offered a unique and very large asset.
Anyone like boats? Well, look at that, 60 foot.
60 foot long?
Yeah, made in 1927. It's quite historic.
I need to see that.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Does the client want to sell it?
He's looking to sell it, but he hasn't got quite a firm handle on the value. He says it could be worth anything from £200,000 to £2 million.
Oh, right, so just a small window then.
Well, exactly, but it could be a big number for us, though.
Yes, very interesting, something different.
Yeah.
I wear this hat mostly in the winter for obvious reasons, but also it hides up that, you know. But here today, gone tomorrow, as they say.
Plumber Dave is the owner of the 60-foot vessel.
My lovely little baby over there. This looks lovely in the water. Yay! This is it, the floating man cave. Come down for the weekend, just recharge your batteries, go back a new man. The history of this boat is absolutely fascinating. It was originally built in New York in 1927 for Patrick Grant II, who unfortunately, and I think it might have been due to the Wall Street crash, jumped out of a 5th-storey building. Come the Second World War, the boat was sold to the British Admiralty under the request of Churchill, and it was used as an air sea rescue boat by the RAF, based up in Anglesey. When I found out all this history, I felt more of a custodian rather than an owner, and I told my mate that. He said, "Shut up, will you?" It's a gentleman's motor yacht, really, and it's ended up with a plumber, still never mind. When I bought the boat, it really needed refitting out all the way through, which I've been doing myself, all the woodwork. I've even changed the engines twice. I bought the New Yorker back in 1988, all those years ago, and it was £30,000 at that time, which is a lot of money. But I was so inspired by the boat, I thought it was worth it. Wooden boats are always going to be a bottomless pit. Is people say that owning a boat is like wearing a Savile Row suit, tearing up £50 notes in the shower. I wish it was that easy, you know. And that's why it's about time I need to move on, because I've got other interests. I like writing, and this is my first book actually, Horse the Polar Bear. The story's about a polar bear that lives up in the Arctic, full of mischief, fun and an honest, upright chap. I can just see, hopefully, seeing this become a future classic. Sing this song for all the children who are feeling sad and just a little blue. This project we're working on, the Polar Bear, he also likes to write and record music, funny enough. And we've been working on this song and it's really coming together well. It won't be long before you're feeling right. All your troubles will be out of sight. Kids' songs that come out, I think, are just a little bit, you know, immature. I think they deserve a little bit better. So what do you say? Yeah, rock and roll. It's cost me a lot of money to do it. Just this last lot's probably sort of, I don't know, 8 or 10, 12,000 maybe. Professional editor, a professional book designer, and I've had a result.
Now Dave is hoping the New Yorker can help him raise more money.
I've said to James that I'm going to be looking in the era of 750,000. I want to get moving, and I've got some good stuff I want to put out, and I want to put it out, you know, but I need some heavy finance to do it.
In Manchester, DJ Johnny is dropping his collection of memorabilia into assistant manager Howard for valuation.
Hello.
Hello.
One sec.
Now, first of all,
oh my God,
have a stick of Morecambe watch.
Oh, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Library.
So what kind of figure are you looking for then for all your items?
Howard, between £3,000, £4,000, £5,000.
Right, so that's quite a broad range, isn't it? Well, give us a few days, Johnny. We'll get back to you very soon. See you later.
I hope so.
Yeah, cheers. Bye.
It takes years to build up memorabilia knowledge, and there is one person in the firm who is unrivalled.
Good afternoon, Lawrence speaking.
Hello, Lawrence. It's Howard from Manchester.
Hello, mate. How can I help you?
I've actually just had in 5 items of memorabilia. We've got a Steve McQueen photograph and letter.
I mean, Steve McQueen is a very valuable photograph. It's a very valuable signature. However, it could possibly be a print. Now, what I would suggest is to get you an expert up there and value it for you.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant if we could get somebody up here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd take you that way first of all.
Brilliant. Thank you, Lawrence.
Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers, Lawrence.
Have a good evening. Bye.
And you, bye. Amongst the items, there might be a hidden gem, and maybe this one could be the one that unlocks the cash for him.
Thank you.
There you go.
Items that come through the door all have one thing in common. Their owners need money in a hurry.
I've got a girl called Lucy coming in to see me, and she's had some really bad news. Her mother has died suddenly, which is dreadful news, and I know she's devastated. And now it's left her financially in difficulty because she needs to arrange the funeral.
She was my best friend, so it's going to be really hard without her.
34-year-old Lucy from Essex lost her mum 8 days ago.
Mum was fine up until about a week ago. She had an issue with her stomach that we didn't know there was anything wrong. And then she got put onto life support and unfortunately had a cardiac arrest. Very young 65-year-old to have left here, but as they say, they always take the good ones.
Morning. Yeah, you?
Lucy and her mum Babs spent a lot of time together.
Mum was always in here. She was always having her hair done and eyelashes on and makeup, always known for having the red lipstick on. If you looked in the dictionary, I would be under Essex for the hair, extensions, fake tan, eyelashes, just everything.
Oh, she's larger than life, old Liz. Never been any different. I've known her for a long, long time. Same as her mum.
That's lovely.
All right, Liz.
Brilliant, thank you. Yeah, she's just great. Absolutely loved her.
Her mum's funeral is in just 4 days, and there's a lot for her and Dad Larry to organise.
Need to go and sort out Mum's underwear. Can't be giving her no bad underwear to wear. Hello.
We've come to sort out the signage into the flowers next Friday.
I don't think you ever realise how much a funeral's going to cost.
So you've got Auntie B, sister, mummy, Babs, wife, all in navy ribbon with navy sprays.
Yep. They are quite expensive.
An extra £50 worth of lilies and roses.
That's lovely, yeah.
To help with costs, Lucy is looking to a collection of rings, one of which she's hoping will raise the cash she needs.
This belonged to my nan that she bought many years ago, about 30 odd years ago, and was given to me as a Christmas present about 2 years ago. Absolutely stunning. I need £6 to pay for the funeral, so the ring needs to cover the funeral costs. I don't want to sell it, I just want to pawn it, and obviously once I can get all my money and stuff sorted out, then I'll take it back. I wanted to have the best send-off. She was an East End girl. We're having a typical East End buffet with a bit of jelly deals and cockles and a prawn ring, of course, because you couldn't have a party at my mum's house without a prawn ring.
In Hatton Garden, James's pawnbroking team have grown so much, there are now more staff than desks.
That's my secret. Being a nomad, I have no desk. I can't sit on this desk for a while, so I get moved along from this one. James has the organisational skills of a goldfish and the retention of about 30 seconds.
Hello?
Lawrence, there is a very beautiful, fine computer. You can join me on the other side of my desk.
No, I don't want to. I've got no desk. I haven't got my own cup. That's what I get. I think one of the reasons I've lasted so long is James thinks I'm the cleaner.
Hi, can I help you, sir?
At headquarters, gemologist Alicia is appraising the diamond ring given to Lucy by her grandmother. She wants to raise £6,000 to pay for her mother's funeral.
These rings are sort of dress rings, but then some people still use them as engagement rings. The center stone is around 1 carat. The smaller stones are ½ carat each, which gives us 4 or 5 carat in total. It's a good weight. With diamonds, the biggest risk normally is enhancement. If they've been treated to enhance color, clarity, if something has been extracted from the stone to make it look better, you can't actually see it by just looking at the ring. You'd have to investigate it, you'd have to check under the microscope. Michael, I've got this stone, what do you think?
Okay.
If you could just let me know if it's been enhanced, if there's been any treatment.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. I don't see anything. No, I think they're fine. Yeah.
Okay. Woohoo! Got your approval. Thank you. With these quality stones, the only potential risk is the fact that it doesn't have a certificate, and all of the color clarity that I'm basing the price on is purely my judgment. So this could still go wrong. Really, really, really wrong, actually.
But will Lucy's ring be worth enough to raise the £6,000 she needs? In Kent, boss James is on his way to investigate a massive maritime asset.
I'm off to see David. He's got a boat called the New Yorker. It's a big number as well, so we've got to be extra careful with this one because boats can be a really, really tricky asset to value.
Bit nervous about it, but there we are. You have to go through these things. Just cleaning the filters on the engines at the moment so we can get ready to fire up when he gets here.
David.
Hello. When I first saw the boat, I thought it was absolutely huge. This is more like a ship than a boat.
How are you?
You all right?
Hello, James.
What are you doing? You're fixing it all up before I come along?
I'll just clean out the filters, ready to go.
Nice. What are they, diesels?
Yeah, 360 horsepower, 12 litre.
Nice. Lovely.
Yeah, sweet, yeah. They run perfect. Want to come and have a look round the front?
Lovely. Lead the way.
Start at the sharp end. Right, there we go. It's the main owner's suite, as they like to call them.
You done all this, did you?
Yeah, I've done everything really. I didn't make the curtains.
You didn't run them up? You didn't run them up? No?
No, I'm not. Curtains ain't my thing.
Not your handiwork.
Right, this is the lovely wheelhouse.
So what we're doing then, we're firing her up?
Yep.
I'm liking that. I'm liking the sound of the diesel engines. Life on the open seas. Boats aren't really my thing, to be honest with you, and I do suffer a little bit once out on the open waters, but handled really well. Mechanically, I couldn't fault it. Bit of power, that's what I like. Oh yeah.
I'll bring her up, James, and then I'll step aside.
All right, mate, lovely. Can't wait to get my hands on her. I'm a bit of a natural, really, you know.
You are.
I don't know if you've noticed. It's quite a small steering wheel, isn't it? I want more of a manly steering wheel, to be honest with you. I'm having to bend my knees though every time I want to steer. This steering wheel's a bit small.
Steering that boat was reminiscent of a Pilates class I once attended.
A little bit of left. I'll tell you what, this is a good workout, isn't it? Oh dear.
The New Yorker has a well-documented history, which Dave hopes will impress James.
That's a picture of it there. That'll be back in 1928.
What's this one you've got bookmarked here then?
That's another picture of her there. Probably
wow. Well, this is all interesting. This will add value, but what are you going to do with the money?
I'm doing a children's book. I've been doing it for years, but I've been dipping in and out of it.
Yeah, OK. Well, we'll look at all the options. So at the moment, you want to sell, you would consider a loan. And what sort of money are you looking to raise to get you where you need to be in terms of what you need to do with the book?
For 750k.
OK, 750,000, OK. My job now is to go away, do some work, look at the history of the boat and see what sort of value that would add to it. And we'll come up with some numbers and see if we can get this one done for you.
James, thank you so much for coming down.
No problem, mate. It was a pleasure.
Corner. You know, could just turn the corner for me.
Definitely. I shall do my best for you, mate.
Overall, I thought that went rather well. So, yeah, he's going to do what he can do for me. All in the lap of the gods, really.
Well, look, the boat's an amazing bit of kit. It's got a lot of history. It's a big old vessel, but with that comes a lot of maintenance, and we've got to be cautious.
He's a terror for the speed, isn't he? He loves it. I had to wrestle it off him.
In Manchester, Howard has asked memorabilia expert Andy to look over the items belonging to DJ Johnny.
So here's all the collection.
Well, that's a varied bag, this one, isn't it?
This is my favourite, the Wembley seat from the World Cup in '66.
That's right, and you know, it's very in vogue at the moment, being 50 years,
yeah.
You know, our anniversary of winning the World Cup. Lovely picture there, Sir Geoff Hurst, hat-trick hero. There's a price ticket on it I can see. I mean, the actual value of it is probably dropped since then. Do you know what I mean? But realistically,
I'd have thought that had been worth more, but no.
It's going to go up in value, but only if it is multi-signed.
Didn't realise that.
Yep.
Okay. So then we move on to the King himself here. What's your thoughts on this one?
It's a nice Elvis signature, and it's spot on. He's pretty unique and pretty rare. Great bit of memorabilia, very, very desirable, and something you would want in the shop.
Moving on from one American icon to another, we've got Steve McQueen. What's your thoughts about him?
Beautiful item, a contract, and highly, highly desirable. Great photo, Hollywood legend Steve McQueen. Very nice.
Staying with the American theme, we've got Muhammad Ali shot there in one of his fights. He looks like he's just KO'd somebody.
Yes, this classic one where he's knocked out Sonny Liston. A great example of his signature as well, Muhammad Ali, consistent with
genuine,
consistent
genuine.
with his early autograph. Iconic photo, iconic signature, great item.
Finally, we've got this one, Eric Morecambe and Ernie Wise, but they're not signed, these two ties.
Yeah, I've seen something similar from an auction where they've been donated, and they would actually donate them to a charity, to a cause, on the night they've been brought. So obviously they are authentic ties that was given by Eric and Ernie. Whether they've worn them or not is different. There'll be a place for it. There's a place for everything.
You wouldn't like it in your lounge?
Not really.
Okay. Well, cheers, Andy. Thank you very much indeed for all your help.
Lovely. It's been a pleasure, mate.
Thanks, Andy. Cheers. We just need to work on a few numbers to go back to Johnny and, yeah, hopefully make him happy.
To get more information on artist Millie's Kerry Darlington painting, Lawrence is visiting expert Ben.
If we don't get the price right, we could end up losing money, and that made James very unhappy. Good to see you, mate.
And you? I've got the...
Here to see the Kerry?
Yeah, I've got it all ready for you in the studio.
Fantastic.
The Lady of Shalott.
Lovely.
It's a beautiful painting. It's part of Kerry's Pre-Raphaelite series of works, of which there aren't that many.
Yeah.
So it's very unique in that sense. It's also a published original.
Yeah.
So there are limited edition prints made of this piece, so it's quite a famous painting.
Yeah. How do owners feel about that? Because if I bought a painting, I'd say, that's an original, that's in my house, I want it to be a one-off.
It's the other way around. A published original is a lot more sought after. Having all the unique edition prints out there just makes it more of a celebrated work.
My only concern is this piece has never been through auction, which is how we usually make our valuations. Millie's looking for £30,000, which is a lot of money.
There's lots of people that would be very, very interested in this painting. It's just finding the right buyer.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Pleasure.
The painting is a really nice piece. I just hope we can get the figure that Millie's looking for, and that is the only issue.
At headquarters, gemologist Alicia has been appraising the diamond ring belonging to Lucy.
Hi.
Hiya.
Got this ring back.
How'd you get on?
Really lovely ring, very good clarity of the stones, very good colour. We've cleaned it up, we've measured the stones, we've looked under the microscope. We haven't left a stone unturned.
They look really bright, don't they?
Yeah.
Really bright. We've still got the downside of the ring being a clustering, so difficult to sell.
Yeah.
Cheers, Alicia.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for that.
No problem.
Cheers.
The ring's owner, Lucy, is on her way in to find out whether James can give her a loan to pay for her mum's funeral.
We need to get the money, obviously, to give her a good send-off, because she deserves it more than anything.
We've done some work on it, and it's not an easy one because the setting's not very desirable, although the quality of the stones is really good. And we've got a figure for her now, and she's coming back in to see me, and let's see what she says.
Hi, James. Lucy to see you.
Oh, thanks. Hi, Lucy. You all right?
Thank you.
How you doing?
Hello, you all right?
Yeah. Well, thanks for being patient with us, and just remind me, so you're looking for
6,000, yeah.
6,000. When do you need the cash by?
ASAP, because Mum's funeral's at the end of the week.
Okay. Well, we did some work, because when I first saw it, to be honest with you, these cluster rings, because they're so difficult, they're quite old-fashioned, and they're not the easiest things to sell, I must admit. So Alicia and Michael have done some work on it, and when I say work, what they're looking for is the diamonds. The setting is so old-fashioned that we probably, if we advertise that, it could sit there for 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
But I have got some news for you. Because the stone content is of such good quality, I'm able to get to your £6,000.
That's amazing, thank you, that's brilliant.
Is that good?
The 6K is going to mean so much for me, for Mum, just to be able to give her the best send-off possible. So, yeah, it'd be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much.
We'll get it all drawn up for you and ping the money over to you.
Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Means a lot, thank you.
I hope that takes a bit of pressure off you.
Certainly does, yeah.
That's it. All right, well,
thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for seeing me.
See you later. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
I'm over the moon, just lifted a massive weight off my shoulders.
I mean, this wasn't easy. Funerals are massively expensive things these days, and, you know, unfortunately, everyone's got to have one. And, yeah, just glad we could help her out.
I've got the 6K that I need, and Mum's just going to have the best send-off possible, so I'm really, really pleased about that. Hopefully she's watching down and enjoying what we're doing.
For pawn shop boss James, the daily challenge is how to maximise profits and productivity.
These are actually quite good, funny enough.
He's recently hired a new chief operating officer to help him achieve this.
Me and Deborah are having a nice meeting soon. Sort out a few ongoing issues. Well, the main issue is there's only one of these in the firm. I've only just found out about it. When you've got this, you can do almost anything from your chair. See? Deborah?
Yeah?
Can I have a quick word? Why is there only one of these here?
I have no idea.
Well, can you look into it? Does everything, look, everything you want. I need my glasses. Just reach over, pick them up. The amount of time we'd save at work if everyone had one of these would be absolutely incredible.
You might have time to play with your new friend. I've got work to do.
This is the sort of reason why she's been brought in, to be honest with you.
In Weybridge, artist Millie is arriving to see if Lawrence has been able to sell her painting.
Well, Millie's looking for 30,000, which, going on the original price she paid, is a fair amount. We've now got a figure. We just hope Millie's happy with it.
I'm excited to find out how much my Kerry Darlington painting is worth. I just want as much as I can for it as soon as possible, because I really do need to get out of my apartment and get my own studio so I can create my own art.
Hello, Millie. How are you?
How are you?
Long time no see.
Yeah.
OK, just like to take a seat there.
Thank you.
How we usually judge or value art pieces is to actually look at an auction price.
OK.
With Kerry Darlington, she is such a popular artist. They very rarely get resold. People will keep them as investments, and just because they love her art. It's one of her early ones.
Yeah.
So when you've got the older styles of art, people, when they move to a new style, becomes less desirable.
Oh, really?
However, Kerry sort of does buck the trend on that. What she's doing now on this particular piece, which is quite common after a while on the bigger pieces, is to run prints on it.
OK, yeah.
Which does actually enhance the value of a painting. You paid 30,000 for it. Have you had it valued since in any way at all?
No, I just, you know, it's been at my apartment ever since, really.
I've got a valuation for it, or what we can offer for you. We can't do the 30,000.
Oh.
The figure we've got is nowhere near 30,000, I'm afraid.
Really?
You're going to be looking at, to you, 120,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, James's client has come in with 120,000 on it.
I'm just gobsmacked.
Well, the thing is, it's Kerry Darlington. She just doesn't do those big, massive Renaissance paintings anymore, and they're massively desirable. Now she's the UK's leading female artist, so her work just goes straight out the door.
£120,000.
120,000.
Sorry, I'm just in complete shock.
We'll organise the funds to be transferred to you.
I'm very happy, very, very happy. Over the moon, you wouldn't believe. Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome, Millie.
when he said 120, I was like, are you joking? I just couldn't believe it. I'm still in shock now. So, yeah, I'll have to try and think what I'm going to do with the rest of that money. Obviously, first of all, I want my studio, but I think I might just get a bottle of champagne and just celebrate.
Giving this sort of news really, really is a highlight. Tell somebody that's expecting 30,000, they're getting 120,000. What a buzz. I'm really buzzing over it.
At James's new store in Manchester, Howard has been researching the memorabilia belonging to DJ Johnny and is ready to make an offer.
Johnny was after quite a bit of money. You know, it's anybody's guess, really, if he's going to be happy with what we offer.
Today I'm feeling positive about price. The cut-off point on this deal is £2,500, 2,500. How are you?
Here we are then, so if you'd like to have a seat, sir.
Thank you, Howie.
Your lovely items are here, as you can see, and we've assessed each and every one of them.
Good.
On balance, we've got a very nice collection here of memorabilia.
So if left hand is positive and right hand is negative, how's it going, H? Higher or lower?
It's always going to be positive with you, isn't it?
Good man, H.
So leading on to the Wembley seat that you've got, you can actually pick up one of those seats for in the region of £40.
Really?
And you can actually get a Jeff Hurst signature now for something in the region of £20. So it's not as
wow.
It's not as rare as you might.
So when Jeff passes away, the value will go up, as always.
It will appreciate. So next we had Elvis. You're looking at a fairly rare piece there. Keeping with the American theme, we move on to Steve McQueen. The fact that he actually signed on the contracts itself is a piece of the history of him, and that adds to the value of the item. And of course, then, to complete the trio...
The ultimate boxer.
The ultimate boxer, Muhammad Ali. Again, it's another great piece. All big names there, high value.
Big names.
On the other side, you've got some lesser...
The scales, isn't it? Yeah.
Lesser valued items. Nonetheless, we're happy to make you an offer on all 5 items.
Thank you, Howie. That's very kind of you.
And for all 5...
Yes.
We'd be happy to offer you £1,400.
It's interesting. If we do 1,550, we would have a deal.
If there was anything else, it would be, you know, a small gesture.
Yes.
We'd be looking at £50 and that would be it, maximum.
So we'll be looking at £1,450?
Yeah, that's it, final.
H, let's shake on it.
Oh, well done.
It's my pleasure.
And mine. Great.
I'm decluttering the crib slowly.
You are indeed. I'm buzzing that we actually got the deal through, that Johnny's walked away a happy man.
I feel good. Elvis has left the building. I'm happy.
In London's Hatton Garden, Dave, the owner of the New Yorker, is on his way to see James.
He's looking for quite a big number. He did ban around figures of 700 and 800 grand in terms of the value. It's not easy with a 60-foot vessel, especially with the history that's been attached to it, making up a lot of the values.
The ideal scenario for me would be to sell the boat lock, stock and barrel, and that'll cut the shackles so I can get stuck into my publishing thing. Hello, James.
Hi, Dave. All right, mate?
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, great. How you been?
Yeah, rocking, yeah.
Grab a seat.
Thank you very much.
So you were looking for 750,000, £750,000, basically. And to get £750,000, to be honest with you, in this market is not going to be easy. Well, look, we did talk to a number of boat dealers and marine surveyors and specialists to help us when it came to coming up with a figure. I'm in a position now where we've got some numbers and I can present you with some news. And at the moment, we haven't sold it for the 750,000. that you're looking for. But what I can tell you is that we are able to present you with a loan for the vessel, and we're able to present you with a loan of £250,000.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
So if that helps you out, mate.
That's a fantastic offer, James,
Yeah.
yeah. You know it's not going to go overnight, and I know that. It might take a year, it might take 18 months, it could take 3 months. But, so that's that buffer. But in the time being, as long as you're happy to keep it on your books, and it's a fantastic offer you've made, then we'll wait for that person to come along. If it doesn't come along, it may well be that I'm successful in the business that I'm doing and just pay you your money back.
Fantastic. Well, look, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you,
And
James.
we'll get it all drawn up and get it all sorted out.
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers,
no
mate.
worries. You may never see me again.
Well, I'm glad we could help you out. Well, Dave seems over the moon. I mean, to offer him £250,000, £250,000, I think we'll get him where he needs to be, and it's a result for him, it really is.
Shell shock might be a good word to use. Here I am now, you know, with the finance to do what I really want to do.
Next time on Posh Pawn.
God, it's so hot, isn't it? This is amazing.
Oh my God, I am a little bit aroused, to be honest with you.
Blimey.
Nice wall, nice wall.
He could come in less, or he could come in 20 grand. I just don't know.
All right, hold on a minute, Louise.
Look at that. Let's have a bit of power, come on.